Kendrick gets to the heights he's at without Dr. Dre. Come on.
I give Game more credit than Drake because
Drake. Now, before I get into this video, I got to say this. Y'all get on my nerves with that selective politicking. I see everybody mad at Akademiks today because he reposted the video about Kendrick's homeboy out here using suckers and lollipops trying to meet up with a 15-year-old. Whack 100. Why you not mad at the white guy who ran the content in the first place? We just reporting the news. As a matter of fact, the same guy who caught Kendrick's homeboy, he was just on stream with the game. And they was running around trying to check and catch pedos. But now it's a problem when that same guy backfire the content and he do it on one of y'all LA dudes. Now it's a problem. I thought we was just trying to do good for the community. I want that guy to be brought to justice. So today we got Akademiks and Whack 100 discussing whether or not Kendrick Lamar is a hypocrite for not only having that weirdo with that weird case around him who chasing 15-year-olds, but what about Dr. Dre? I was the first person on YouTube to say this. Kendrick was at the pop-out, and I thought it was a beautiful event, a powerful event. It was fire, but he did have Dr. Dre introduce him in Not Like Us. And I was like, damn, don't Dr. Dre got a weird case too? So let's check this out. Like the video and subscribe. Let's get it.
Kendrick opened up a can of worms that inevitably he was going to be a hypocrite. In hip hop as a man, in hip hop as a man, when you start trying to do the Me Too thing, you forget that every one of our favorite, even the most innocent, celebrities, they have somebody, whether there was a money grab they were looking for or whether they were disgruntled, somebody has said some shit about them. You can't name one. And again, I've told people,
you're still dancing. What this got to do with Kendrick?
Because he's the one who started saying, you got niggas around that got weird cases, and it could be pointed out, well, Kendrick, you're no different.
Where's Drake's case? Dre ain't never been in the penitentiary.
Hold on.
What is that?
All right, so the case got to be criminal then, not civil, right?
Civil.
Huh?
I mean, act. You can have bitches accuse you of lies.
Hold on. No, hold on. I'm not saying that's not true. I'm not saying you can't have people accuse it. What I'm saying is that...
Don't talk to me about nothing civil, because if it was that serious, you would have went criminal. They don't go criminal because they know it's some bullshit and it ain't gonna stick.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that Kendrick made it where people start looking at all that type of stuff and not being able to distinguish.
No, he didn't. That's just you over here being a Drake dick rider.
No, stop it. Stop. Come on. Whack. Yo, Whack.
A minor.
Yo, Whack.
A minor.
Whack.
And that song, that bar, fucked him up so bad. 8 months after the battle, you're making Drake even look bad by even fishing.
How?
Drake had already licked his wounds.
Whack. Here's the thing.
He took his ass whooping.
Yo, here's the thing. My whole thing, and it's not even a Drake thing, it's more of a Kendrick thing. And this is where I think you would be able to understand my point with this one. And let me try to lay it out for you. You see, one thing I know about Whack 100 is that I've heard this saying from him a lot of times. I love it. He said, anything I say once, I say twice. I like that saying because it shows me that you're not embarrassed about anything that you've said or you've been involved with. It's the point about when you start playing that soapbox, when you start being the person that says your integrity and your morals is above everybody else, and you start pointing at other people. Yo, you have somebody on your team who's a this and who's a that. Respectfully, Baca is not someone who matters in Drake's career. Okay?
Don't matter. He's on Drake's team.
Okay. All right. So cool. So then when we bring up, well, your career is partly responsible for Dr. Dre or you were with this guy over here.
That's cap. That's cap. His career is responsible for PDE, Top Dog.
Stop it. You're saying that Kendrick gets to where he
This
is
a
without.
fact.
You're saying, hold on. You're saying Kendrick gets to the heights he's at without Dr. Dre. Come on.
I give Game more credit than Drake because he hit more game stages than Drake stages.
Whoa.
I give J-Rock more credit than Drake because he was on the stage with J-Rock 9 years learning the craft.
Wait, you say you give Game more credit than Dre?
Game and J-Rock for Kendrick.
No,
because he
hold
was
on.
in
Wait.
studio with them people.
No.
Look, bro, he was on stage with J-Rock. You ain't never seen Kendrick on no fucking Dr. Dre tour or none of that shit. Dre did some work with him, and that's it, bro.
Wait, I understand the J-Rock thing, but Game? Come on, bro. Game over Dre? Come on.
Bro, do you not understand that they was going on tours and in studio with the Game before you niggas even knew who these people were? Do you not understand that Kendrick head of security is a nigga named 2 T's that was Game's head of security, lived with Game in his house, so all them would come over there? See, this is the history you motherfuckers don't know. Yes.
I'm listening.
I could throw some more names in there too. Motherfucking DJ K Slate.
Yo,
The first nigga I got to put Kendrick on the fucking radio. How about Papoose? The first nigga I got to take Kendrick to fucking Brooklyn, nigga, all through the hood.
Whack.
Before you niggas even knew who he was.
Whack, if what you're saying is the
The
truth,
fact, bro.
if what you're
Hear
saying is...
Papoose. Somebody hear Papoose right now and ask Papoose, and he gonna tell you Whack is telling you the fucking truth.
Well, Whack, I'm not down that you're telling the truth, but what I would say to you is, if the Game was that influential, why the hell would the Game be left out the Pop-Out show, but Dr. Dre and everybody else you mentioned, they're there?
Game wasn't left out. Game chose not to go. He played neutral. What you mean?
He didn't get an invite, though. Be honest.
Well, Game don't need no invite to go to no nigga show.
He do.
You slow?
We
This
saw,
is LA, nigga.
we saw him after the show.
Game don't need no. Hey, bro, I don't need a fucking invite to go to anything got to do with TD. I show up, Whack at the gate, let blood in. Need no fucking invite. Nigga, who the fuck you think we are?
Yeah,
Invite.
but he wouldn't have been.
And Wax in Miami. Exclusive party. Prime 112. Whack 100. And you just happen to pop up like, nigga, I'm finna pull up on bro. Do you need an invite, nigga? Yo, Whack, Akademiks at the door. Let my brother in. Yo, get up. Give him a seat.
I see your boy Whack out here tap dancing again. And look, when he was talking about Dr. Dre not playing a big part in Kendrick's career, I can give you a perfect analogy since we talking about Kendrick and Drake all the time. Y'all remember a while ago, it was this thing where J. Prince Jr. was upset because a lot of people were not giving him credit for his part in discovering Drake and bringing him to Young Money, okay? And you got to understand that when most people look at the success of Drake, they don't look at or think about J. Prince Jr. They think about Lil Wayne. And that's the same thing with this conversation that we having. Everybody knows back in the day, one of the things that helped Kendrick Lamar a lot was having that Dr. Dre cosign. Another thing that helped him a lot was when Snoop Dogg and a bunch of other OGs officially gave him the crown and they passed it down to Kendrick Lamar. I'm not saying that all of that shit that Wack just said didn't happen, because he's not lying. It was people who took Kendrick on tours and helped him out. But those big cosigns, nigga, they helped. You don't think images and pictures like this help people to start to respect and even give Kendrick Lamar a chance when it's like, all right, who is this guy? Hold on. Dr. Dre fucking with him? Eminem fucking with him? Dr. Dre the OG. That's the Chronic. You saying the guy who made the Chronic doesn't have as big as an impact on the artist as the Game? And let's not forget who helped the game become the game? Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre has been influential in a lot of artists in the game. 50 Cent, Eminem, like what the fuck is Wack talking about? Y'all don't remember this cover on Double XL? With Dr. Dre and Kendrick? Y'all don't remember this. These are iconic covers where we constantly saw these two dudes together. This shit matters. It matters. I had this conversation yesterday about Nicki Minaj. And I said, imagine how big Lotto, Glorilla, and Cardi B would be if they had Drake and Lil Wayne at their height, constantly giving them a cosign, constantly promoting them. Kendrick Lamar got this same effect when it came to Dr. Dre, when they sit and chilling at basketball games and shit like that. So don't do that. But at the same time, you cannot be Mr. Me Too, like Ak was saying, talking about people having a weird case, and we know the things Dr. Dre was accused of. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying people wasn't trying to get cash grabs and shit like that, but we heard multiple things about Dr. Dre putting his hands on women. And you had no problem with letting this guy be your role model and being the guy you always wanted to be seen around. But then you want to point fingers at everybody else for that shit. I think we need to get to a point where we as a society stop hyping up these rap beefs. Because that's my issue. It's the delusional Kim Barbies out there that think morally that Kendrick is a better human being than Drake. And to me, while they both are phenomenal artists, they're both rappers. And we talking about an art form that has done just as much damage to our community, the black community, as it's done good. It's saved a lot of people because when you get one black person and he get $1 million, he helps thousands of other black people, hundreds of other black people, right? But at the same time, it's done damage to the community as well with negative influences. And people got the nerve to be having some deep intellectual conversation like a rapper has done more for the culture than Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or individuals like that. I don't look at rappers and put them in that same category. I told you, Kendrick and Drake, 1A, 1B to me. I feel like they're incredible. But I'm not saying that they've done more for the culture than the people who really fighting the good fight and not just slinging records around. The people who really is out here helping people. The people who really putting boots on the ground. Kendrick Lamar and Drake not putting no goddamn boots on the ground. They might be signing some checks and helping niggas out, but that's about it. The white man can do that. And they not helping nobody out by going in a recording studio and recording words on the track. Some of y'all put too much stock into that. You can look up to people and want to get to that same type of success, but when it comes to the shit that's really gonna help black people, it's not a fucking rap song. So if y'all ever want to know where Never Gave Up is coming from, when I'm calling out everybody, that's where I'm coming from. And don't point fingers as if you so morally better than the next man. And at this point, I don't even really think it's Kendrick. I think it's a lot of his fans that keep this shit going. And I hate to say his fans as if I'm not a fan of him too. I'm just not a delusional fan. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.